Hi, my name is Joanna. I'm a patient with classical homocystinuria. Homocystinuria is a rare genetic condition, recessive. Both parents have to have a gene for it. It's also metabolic in nature. It's commonly misdiagnosed as Marfan syndrome, known for tall and thin, like Marfan syndrome. And it also has a lot of other features that look a lot like Marfan syndrome. And with me, they diagnosed it when I was 3 years old, when I rubbed trisodium phosphate into my eyes, and they noticed that my lenses had dislocated, and I was lucky enough to get a substitute ophthalmologist that day, and she noticed that my lenses dislocated, just the opposite of Marfan syndrome, which triggered the testing, because they didn't know whether it was Marfan syndrome or homocystinuria at the time. And so I was diagnosed. All of my sisters have been tested, none of them have it. And we have no idea where it came from in my family. It is known for premature heart attacks, strokes, clots somewhere in the body. Depending on where a clot is, they call it different things. Mainly it's known for strokes. And also seizures. With me, seizures and strokes are one and the same. I haven't had one since 2005, but my very first seizure was in 2001. And that one happened on the campus here at Portland Community College, right outside the disabilities office. Some of the people who work there still know me. And they took me to the hospital, where I had another seizure inside that hospital. And about 3 days later, I was back at school, as if nothing happened. About 5 years later, I had another stroke that paralyzed my entire left side. And I'm lucky enough to have gotten everything back. And you would not know that I had a seizure, that I've had a stroke ever. Anyway, it's also known for skeletal issues. I've had scoliosis surgery. And if you were to look at my back, you'd see a huge scar all the way down my back. I also have had several broken bones. I've broken my wrist, and both of them, my clavicle, it's also has problem. So we can't have, because of the diet, we follow a vegan diet that goes a lot further than vegan. It also is gluten-free. The metabolic diet, or as most people would know it, the PKU diet, is we can't have beans, nuts, seeds, fish, meat, poultry of any kind of dairy, eggs, or flour even, which is why we're on medical foods, and formula. So this is my formula, and this is my form of protein. And this is what it looks like mixed. Without that formula, I would be about 50 pounds lighter than I am right now. And it also helps build muscle. It helps with hair, and it also, without the formula, you have a chance of going catabolic. So it's very necessary. Other than that, we have a powder medication called Cystidane, which is a medication that transforms methionine back into cysteine. And it acts kind of like a diuretic, but it's an enzyme replacement. And I have been also through a couple B12 deficiencies. With the B12 deficiencies, it looks kind of like a stroke at first, with a bunch of panic attacks. And it will also go into dementia-like symptoms if it goes on long enough. So some dementias are reversible. I wanted to make a plug not only for newborn screening, because it is up for reauthorization and has been for a couple years now, but also for the Medical Nutrition Equity Act. You can go to nutritionequity.org to find out more information. And also you can write your House and Congress, your House and Senate, to help us with that bill that we've been trying to pass for 15 years. So this goes on way longer than the baby formula issue that we are currently also suffering from, because Abbott, that makes the baby formulas, also makes medical formulas. So it has put everything for us in a dire need also. Most of us, homocystinuria is known as a childhood condition. Most of us die before we're 30. And I'm lucky enough to have made it to 52. I have a very minor form of it. I didn't know anyone until I was 48 with it, though. And that's only because I found them on Facebook. And with that, I'll end it here, and thank you for your time.